Okay, we're going to have a quick read of the assembly instructions and see what we need to do here. Okay, apparently you need a degree in engineering to put this thing together. But we're going to give it a go anyway. B, go away. Go away, it's not for you. Step 1, take the big ball, put it upside down, get what appears to be these things and put them in the holes. It won't be that hard. Easy peasy. Feels very unmanly to be using instructions. Okay, step 2. So we need this thing now. And this lever needs to go in this little hole over here, apparently. And then, so the pulley lever goes in over here, and then the little legs go in over here. I'm going to take a picture of that for you. It appears they don't fit.
Eventually.
Okay, they do fit. I'm supposed to take a picture. See, so this little lever needs to go in over there. And then the legs have these little tabs on them. And there's a little hole, if we can focus. There, you can cut, there we go, you can kind of see it. It's got a little tab, and that little tab clicks in underneath where the legs will fit in. Next step. Okay, it appears we're done with this for now. Important, don't put your hubcaps on to your wheels until you've completed this step. Don't do it. You're just going to have to tear them off. Apparently we need the triangle piece now. These two pieces. So you've got two legs that look like this. They've got these little flat pieces. And the third leg that's just round. See? Now we've come to our first set of tools. Apparently we need a wooden block and a hammer. So I'm going to go fetch that.
Moments later.
Tools acquired. Need to hurry up because it is getting hot out here. Okay, so it says we put these bits in here. This way. Yep. So that the join fits like that. See how the flat part's on the outside? Same thing on both sides. This is why you need the wood. So now you take these little guys. You can see it, there we go. Get your piece of wood. Put your triangle up like this. You get one of your wheels. You drop your wheel on, like so. Take a cap, and then you smash. Yay, wheel still turns. I'm assuming after this I could put a hubcap on. Didn't say I could put my hubcaps back on. Maybe they're not hubcaps. Okay, same thing on the other side. I imagine it's pretty important to figure out the orientation of your poles before you put it on, because if you don't, you can have a hard time taking the little caps off and turn it around. Wheel, cap, hammer time. What's next? Okay, so now we need to put the wheels onto the bottom, but we have to make sure we put it in the right direction. So the handle needs to be pointing outwards. And apparently they will just click into place. You gotta put them in like this. There's the handle. That's what the instructions say. Getting caught up in the thing, see over there? Handle over there. We got this. And the pieces that we put in the very beginning are what we need to get the legs to clip in. It very specifically states do not use a hammer because this part sucks. So it says no hammer, No wiggling, because you'll break it. I can see why they put that here. Now might be one of those times in TV where they just skip to the ads and then come back. And it's like, here's one I prepared earlier. Okay, it turns out you just got to be like really forceful with it. I also used a tiny little screwdriver, this thing, to just kind of wiggle this pushy clip thing so that it actually came out. So, Weber, this part sucks. Do better. I only did one side. As you can see, you just gotta really push and wiggle it. I can really understand why they've said don't use a hammer there, because you really would want to. And there it comes out. Next part. Apparently we've got a happy and a sad part. So we need a rubber stopper, which I assume is that bit. As I'm sure you can see behind me, the sun is starting to catch up. And then you need to put the rubber stopper on the part that's got a hole further away. Like this. I guess, oh man. Those poles got to get pushed in. Another one of those. Yay. Okay, so now we've got to get the hook. Hook it in. Like so. And we push it in over here. Little screwdriver time. There we go, this little part needs to come out. Job's done. Now we move on to this part. I've seen a couple of people complain about this part. They say that when you put the lid into here, it puts it at a weird angle and that it doesn't really kind of like stops the smoke from just leaving it and kind of pushes it towards you. But we need to put it on, and if we don't like it, I'll take it off later. Okay, so we need, what do we need? Oh, apparently we need a spanner now. Still have not told me the size of the spanner. I'll go find a shifting spanner.
Eventually.
Shifting spanner. Son. And now we need, I'm assuming, ow, that's getting hot, this bit. And these pieces. So you're gonna need these. All of the screws in the bag. These weird plastic looking things. So this piece goes essentially in there like so. Apparently we need to go big end like that. And then a washer, then this, then a washer, then the nut. So let's show you the order. So you take this piece, come on camera, then you take a washer, then the Weber, then another washer, and then the nut on top of that. So let's just put it in. So washer and nut. Washer nut. Now they do give you a spanner-like thing, which I've lost. They do give you this thing, which is like a spanner. And it works pretty well. Okay, next. This is why you read the instructions properly. Now I'm going to have to take one piece off because this is actually supposed to thread onto that. So on like that. And then repeat. If anybody does want to know, they look like 10mm nuts. This piece goes flat. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. So this little piece has a lip on it, like so, and it points to the outside. And then this nut has a square on it. Come on, hunt. And it just fits right into these two squares, keeping them together. It then goes in, and same story again. Wash your nut. Threading on nuts never seemed to go on right the first time. I think that's the base done. So apparently we just got to put the pot on now. Still trying to figure out the hubcaps. They haven't told us to put the hubcaps on yet. Those hubcaps will come on after. Let's take a look. Okay. Ah, there's two grooves, and then you squeeze it together, and it just fills in there. I'm going to take a picture of that for you. And now we turn it around into the shade. Okay, so now we need a star screwdriver. So I'm going to have to go find one of those.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we've got one of those. I think the last bit for the base is to put on this handle. So it's got two parts, like that, and a screw. And that's it, simple. Take the back, put it in, take the front, squeeze it on. Make sure it has the label the correct way up. And then screw it. It's probably about the easiest part. Ta-da! So now it says that we can just throw in all of the pieces, so the grill and the charcoal stand and everything. We'll do that later. So now we move on to the lid. So I'm going to bring you a bit closer for the lid. So the lid's pretty easy. All we've got is a lid, a handle, and the thermometer. Unfortunately, the thermometer comes with Fahrenheit and Celsius. Come on, America, get out of Fahrenheit. Nobody uses it except for you. It's rubbish. Stop using it. Now that that's over, we'll just get it in there. I forgot the handle. Got the handle. These are pretty shit nuts. I'd have happily settled for better nuts in a washer. And now the thermometer. The thermometer has a little groove in it. There you go, you can see it there. Right there, there's a little groove. And in the lid, you see these two holes. So the thermometer groove just goes right into. Well, that seems pointless. So the housing goes into the groove. And then you still got to turn the thermometer. I think that might be another try harder. That looks like it's the right way up. And that's it. Lid complete. Now we just got to put the hubcaps on. Got to roll in style. Come on, wind. We're nearly done. Now for the other side. All done. Now for some more glory shots.